Hi y'all, thank you for joining me. Candace Gillespie here from Candace'sCanvases.com, and this is Fun Friday. We are going to make a fun card. It's from an adorable stamp set that you can only get by being a hostess. So email me or message me on this video, and if you're interested in the stamp set, I will let you know about how to be a hostess. So first things first, I wanted a square card. So I'm cutting some craft cardstock, which by the way is my favorite, and I'm cutting it 4 1/4 by 8 inches, and then I'm scoring it at 4 1/4, which means you fold it there and you'll have a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card. So this is actually real time. It was a really quick card to make, so if I'm too slow I'll speed it up for you. So there's not much wait time. Now here's this adorable stamp set. It just comes with little critters, and it comes with a congratulations, and that's about you, and I think another sentiment. I can't think of it right now. So we'll need a Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 by 4, which is a 1/4 inch shorter, which means it's 1/8 of an inch shorter on all 4 sides. We're going to bring in some Always Artichoke Classic Stampin' ink, and I'm going to take the tree from this stamp set, mount it on my clear block, get it nice and inked up, and I'm going to build this scene here, so I'm stamping it where I want it to end up in the scene. So I'm stamping it on the lower right kind of portion of the card. Now you'll notice when I stamped it that it didn't fill in completely. That's no problem. I'll show you how to fix that. We have these amazing blender pens. They carry like a clear ink in them. You pick up ink or you can blend ink with it. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking some ink from my Always Artichoke Stampin' pad, and I'm just filling in that area that wasn't completely inked up. And you'll never know. So once that's done, I'm going to stamp in some characters. I'm going to grab the 2 little, what are these, chipmunks? Chipmunks? Chipmunks. My husband makes fun of me. I used to say chickmunks. I said that for like 28 years of my life. My goodness. So chipmunks. And I'm inking them up with some chocolate chip ink. That tends to be my favorite brown ink. It has a redder tone to it, but it's still brown, you know. But anyway, so there's a left and a right one, and the one that's on the left, he's kind of handing a pine cone, or rather an acorn, to the other chipmunk, which I think is just so cute. Okay, there they are, kind of interacting with one another. And once that's done, I am going to take the little bird from the bird that's sitting in the bird nest, and I'm going to mount that on my small acrylic block. Then I'm going to take, this happens to be Raspberry Ripple, and I picked it because I thought, I was thinking in my head rich raspberry, and I thought, oh yeah, it's a current color, and it's not. So I gave you the number for a current rich raspberry color. So I colored the bird that berry color, and I am using my chocolate chip Stampin' pad to just stamp the brown on there. And then I just picked a spot where I thought he would be cute and stamped him down. Okay, now that that's done, there's these little grass pieces. I'm going to bring in some garden green ink and mount that up. Mount up the stamp, rather. Here's some garden green classic Stampin' ink. And then I sped this up like 1,000-fold here, but I'm just stamping in some grass.
Maybe
Hi, baby. Okay, once that's done, I am going to grab the little heart in here, and in the heart it says you plus me. It's very cute. And I'm gonna ink that up with some craft Stampin' ink. It's a white, what do they call it? A white pigment ink. So it's really juicy, stays wet for a long time. You have to let it dry or hit it with the heat tool. But I'm putting that on the trunk of the tree, so it's kind of like it's carved in there. My son's playing in the background. Okay, now I'm mounting this stamp up, the sentiment, and on the inside it's the same measurement, a 4x4 piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to grab some Island Indigo ink. And this, oh, I don't know what I was going to say when I said and this. I'm distracted because my son's running around me. But, so just stamp that in the kind of top center. You don't realize how slow you go when it's real time, you know. So then I'm taking the same squirrels and I am going to stamp them in the same kind of lower left corner. Okay, so a little fast forward and the two little guys are stamped. Okay, once they're stamped, I'm just taking the front portion of the card and some paper snips, and I'm kind of creating a little cloud shape. That's at least what I had in my mind. And so once that's done, remember this was a 4x4, so I'm going to bring in some Lost Lagoon cardstock. And then I have, going to bring in some Fast Fuse and put some adhesive on the portion of the card that I know I want to stick to that Lost Lagoon cardstock. And in order to make this, to return this piece back to 4x4, I'm bringing out my ruler and I am going to set that Lost Lagoon up at 1 inch. I know it doesn't, I tried to do it upside down at first. Confusing. So move it up to 1 inch and then bring the bottom portion of the card down to 4 inches. And then now you have one piece, and it kind of acts like a sky, like you have the clouds in the blue sky. And then put some Fast Fuse on the back of that. Have I told you lately how much I adore the Fast Fuse? It is a very sticky adhesive, and it takes a second to kind of get the hang of how to use it, but it's just handy dandy, trustworthy stuff. So, of course, stick in the inside of the card down. And then once that you stick this, I'll bring in an X-Acto knife, and you'll notice I'm kind of scraping off something. That's just where I got some extra ink on there, and I'm just scraping it off, and then you can hardly tell it was there. So another thing I did after the fact was I added some white uni-ball Signo Gel Pen to the edges of the blue Lost Lagoon sky, and then I brought in some Rhinestone Basic Jewels and I added those to the center of the leaf clusters on the tree, as well as the little acorn in the chipmunk's hands on the inside and outside of the card. And that wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Remember, visit Candace'sCanvases.com if you're interested in joining my team. Need to look at past videos, any more crafty inspiration, it's all there. And also, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a fun comment. We'll see you soon. Bye.